What's up guys, Simon here with Tech Visibility. Today I wanted to do a video discussing the 2021 MacBook Pro rumors. As you guys know, Apple did a huge update to their MacBook line in 2020, releasing the M1 processor chip that has kind of stunned the desktop and laptop world. It is a fast computer that rivals the Intel i7 chip, and now there's going to be some drastic changes to the MacBook Pro line in 2021, which means you should probably wait for the latest and greatest model before jumping on the existing MacBook that's released last year in 2020. Now, before I go over these upgrades, go ahead and hit that like button for us and subscribe to our channel. Also, check out techvisibility.com for the latest product news and reviews, and let's get into this video. So we own a couple MacBook Pros here in our offices, and we've been doing video editing with them pretty much every day work. The battery life has been amazing. We're getting about 15-16 hours of battery life on the MacBook Pro, and if we're doing straight up 4K editing all day, we're getting about 10 hours out of it, which is incredible. It's a big step up from the Intel processors, and also there is no fan noise. The computers don't overheat like the previous generation. However, Apple was not satisfied with just those upgrades. So recently they are going to go ahead, or this year I should say, they are going to go ahead and release the 2021 version. Now, the big changes are, first of all, the 13.3-inch MacBook Pro is going to be now a 14-inch supposedly, and they are able to do that by thinning the bezel of the MacBook Pro, giving you a little bit more screen space. The 16-inch MacBook Pro is also going to get updated as well, and they're actually talking about bringing back the old style USB connection, which is the USB-A, as well as an SD card slot, because a lot of people are frustrated with buying USB hubs just to be able to use their memory cards and their old devices. So it is annoying to have to carry an extra hub with you to still use your computer. Now with the 2020 MacBook Pro, not the 16-inch version, but the 13-inch version that was updated, you only had two USB-C slots, and that is not a good option because it limits the amount of accessories you could plug in. With one charging cable, you really had one USB-C available for your accessories, so a hub had to come into picture. So the new version of the MacBook in 2021 is going to give you a lot of more capabilities of plugging in USB-C, USB-A's, as well as an SD card, which was last seen in 2016. I think that's a great change. Another notable change that is going to happen with the 2021 MacBook Pro line is they are going to continue with their M1 processor, but what's going to happen is if you like the look and feel of the iPhone 12, which is flat like so, the new MacBook Pro is going to sit flat. So that's going to be a great addition. If you notice the current MacBook M1s, they're a little bit curved at the edges. So you're looking at it and you're thinking it's a thin computer, but at the bottom of it, where the battery is and so forth, it's actually thicker. So the new MacBook Pro is going to be thinner. It's going to be a flat design, and they're able to achieve this by changing some things around with the M1 processor. Now, the 16-inch MacBook Pro is not going to have drastic changes aside from the case. It's also going to go flat, and it might be 16.1 inches. You'll also get the SD card slot. You're going to get the USB-A, the USB-Cs, so you don't need a hub as well. Now, Apple revamped the heatsink for the thermal protection in their MacBook Pros, reducing 35% of heat in those computers. That's why the fans are not kicking on. So that's going to be enabled in the new versions as well. And the M1 processor allows them to take that even further by not having so much focus on cooling. And that's why I believe that there will be a more flattened design on the bottom of the computer, which will have less air transfer in the bottom or circulation. However, because they don't get so hot, you're able to really put the computer flat on the table and not worry about the bottom of that computer really having a lot of heat, preventing the processor from running at its maximum performance. Adding additional ports is a no-brainer. I think they should have done it with the 2020 version, and I'm welcoming that back onto the mix. You should not have to purchase a $2,000 laptop or $1,500 to $2,000 laptop once you max it out, and have to buy additional USB-C hubs that are, $50 to $100, and the very expensive ones are even in the hundreds of dollars. So I am welcoming Apple to bring back some accessory attachments within their designs. One big change that a lot of people missed is the MagSafe power adapter. A lot of people do not like the fact that you would have to plug in a USB-C connection to charge your MacBook. So the MagSafe magnetic power adapter may be coming back, and it might be angled. So if Apple does make that change, it's highly welcomed. A lot of people love the fact that it was a magnetic clip. In case you trip over the wire, it would disconnect and not pull your laptop with you. Now, there are rumors that there will be no touch bar with the new MacBooks, and a lot of people do not like the touch bar for whatever reason. It's glitchy. It had menus that were not actively being used. I personally don't use the touch bar as much, aside from volume controls and brightness and certain features for music playing and so forth. But a lot of people are saying, and the rumors are saying, that they will get rid of the touch bar. There's another rumor out that actually the touch bar is going to be bigger. So I don't know which way they're going to go with this, whether or not they're going to expand on the touch bar and give you even more menu control in that touch LCD panel, or in that touch screen panel, or they will go away with it and just have the flat keyboard design, which is also very popular, very practical, and very traditional. The big news for the display is Apple may transition to the mini LED display screens in 2021. With the mini LED displays, you're going to have a brighter screen with higher contrast. So you're really going to be able to take advantage of that gorgeous screen that Apple has designed. Everything from watching movies to rendering your videos to pretty much gaming is going to be changed with a much higher resolution display, as well as a higher contrast and better brightness levels, as well as better dark levels on your screen. So if they do release the mini LED display, I think it's a great addition and another worthy upgrade from the 2020 version. One rumor is Apple is going to phase out the Intel chips altogether in the 2021 MacBooks. They may be able to do that once they add the additional accessory ports, which Intel currently does support. Now, if they do end up doing that, that may change some things with the way Apple products are made in the future in terms of their vision for these MacBooks. I personally welcome it. I think the M1 chip is very fast. It's probably the best cooled chip or cooling chip out there in the market, and we've had great success using it in our offices. Apple is also rumored to design 16 and 32 core GPUs in these chips. So if they do or enable that in your MacBook that's 14 inches now, that would be incredible. One advantage would be to allow for even more multitasking, better 4K video editing. Another thing that I look forward to is potentially, which actually has not been needed in our MacBook, but increasing the RAM size to 32 gigs if allowed. So these changes might be coming, guys, and if they do make them, this will make a 14-inch MacBook Pro a professional studio editing model that can handle pretty much any task out there with the M1 processor and that size. I think that is incredible. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for the new flattened design. I'm excited to have the MagSafe attachment for charging, a better, brighter LED display with the mini LEDs, and also additional connection options so that we could finally get rid of that hub that we've had to carry around for the last 4 years. So overall, the new MacBook line with a faster GPU, potentially more RAM, better screen, more plug-in options would be incredible. So I look forward to what they have to launch in the next coming year. This was their 2020 was their first generation M1 launch, and I think it's only going to get better. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, and also check out techvisibility.com for the latest product news, reviews, and everything else tech related. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys here next time.